You wake up tomorrow morning feeling groggy, bloated, and exhausted even though you slept a full 8 hours. You blame stress. You blame your mattress. You blame getting older. But what if the real problem happened the night before, in the 2 hours before you closed your eyes? What if the food you ate is silently sabotaging your sleep, your metabolism, and your health in ways that compound every single night? Today, we are exposing the foods that are quietly destroying your sleep quality and your health. And number 4 on this list is one that almost every health-conscious person eats regularly, convinced it is a good choice. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you will never look at your nighttime routine the same way. Let us start with how your body actually works at night, because most people have no idea. When the sun goes down, your body begins a remarkable biological transition. Your core temperature drops, your insulin sensitivity shifts, your digestive system slows significantly. Your brain begins flushing out toxic waste products through a system called the glymphatic system. This process is extraordinarily sensitive to what you put in your body in the hours before sleep. The wrong foods do not just give you a bad night. They interrupt the cellular repair that is supposed to happen while you sleep. They spike hormones at exactly the wrong time, and they create inflammation that carries into the next day and the day after that. This is not about being perfect. This is about understanding the biology so you can make informed choices. So, let us get into the list. Number 1, alcohol. Before you scroll past, because you think you already know this, hear us out. Most people understand that alcohol is not ideal before bed, but they dramatically underestimate how destructive it actually is to sleep architecture. Here is what is really happening. Alcohol is a sedative. It makes you fall asleep faster, which feels like a benefit. But what it actually does is knock your brain into a sedative state, not a sleep state. There is a critical difference. Real restorative sleep involves distinct cycles of light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. REM sleep is where memory consolidation happens, where emotional regulation is restored, and where your brain does its most important repair work. Alcohol suppresses REM sleep almost entirely in the first half of the night. Then, in the second half, your body metabolizes the alcohol and creates a rebound effect. Your brain tries desperately to catch up on the REM it missed. This causes vivid, disturbing dreams, frequent waking, and that familiar feeling of waking up exhausted even after what felt like a long sleep. And it does not take much. Even 1 to 2 drinks consumed within 3 hours of bedtime measurably alters your sleep architecture. 2 drinks moves that window to 4 hours. If you enjoy alcohol, enjoy it earlier in the evening and give your body time to process it before you lie down. Number 2, aged cheeses and cured meats. This one surprises people. A late-night charcuterie snack sounds harmless, even indulgent in a pleasant way. But aged cheeses like sharp cheddar, Parmesan, Gouda, and blue cheese, along with cured meats like salami, pepperoni, and prosciutto, are loaded with a compound called tyramine. Tyramine is an amino acid that stimulates the release of norepinephrine, which is essentially a natural stimulant. It signals your brain to be alert. It raises your heart rate. It is the opposite of what you need in the 2 hours before sleep. People who are sensitive to tyramine often experience difficulty falling asleep, racing thoughts, or nighttime waking after eating these foods without ever connecting the cause. They assume they are anxious or stressed, when in reality, it is a biochemical response to what they ate. Save the aged cheese board for lunch or an early dinner. Your sleep will thank you. Number 3, spicy food. The mechanism here is twofold, and both pathways are problematic. First, capsaicin, the compound that makes spicy food hot, literally raises your core body temperature. Your body needs to lower its core temperature by 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit to initiate and maintain deep sleep. When you eat spicy food in the evening, you are working directly against that process. Your body has to spend energy cooling itself down before sleep can properly begin. Second, spicy food dramatically increases the risk of acid reflux and heartburn when you lie down. Stomach acid does not respect sleep. The discomfort can cause micro-arousals throughout the night, brief moments where your brain comes out of deep sleep that you may not consciously register, but that destroy the quality of your rest. If you love spicy food, eat it at lunch. Give your digestive system the entire afternoon to process it. Number 4, and here it is, the one we warned you about, protein bars. Specifically, the kind marketed as healthy, high-protein, low-sugar snacks that millions of people reach for in the evening because they want to support muscle recovery or satisfy hunger without eating something they consider bad. The problem is multi-layered. Most protein bars, even the ones with clean labels and good ingredient lists, contain sugar alcohols: erythritol, xylitol, maltitol, sorbitol. These compounds are used to sweeten bars without adding sugar, but they are notoriously difficult to digest. For many people, they cause significant gut fermentation, gas, bloating, and discomfort, all of which disrupt sleep. Beyond the sugar alcohols, a large bolus of isolated protein consumed close to bedtime requires significant digestive effort at precisely the time your digestive system is trying to slow down. And many bars contain caffeine through dark chocolate, green tea extract, or direct caffeine addition that manufacturers do not always make obvious on the front of the packaging. Check the label. If your bar contains more than 20 grams of protein, sugar alcohols, and any form of caffeine or stimulant, put it down if it is past 7 in the evening. If you want protein before bed, whole food sources, like a small portion of cottage cheese or a handful of plain nuts, are far gentler on your system. Number 5, ice cream and high-sugar desserts. We know this is the one nobody wants to hear, but let us explain the exact biology, because once you understand it, the choice becomes obvious. When you eat sugar, your blood glucose rises. Your pancreas releases insulin to bring it back down. After a large sugar load, this process often overshoots. Your blood sugar drops below baseline in what is called reactive hypoglycemia. Your body interprets this drop as a stress signal and releases cortisol and adrenaline to bring blood sugar back up. Cortisol is your primary wakefulness hormone. It is what wakes you up in the morning. When it spikes at 2 or 3 in the morning because of ice cream you ate at 9, you will wake up, sometimes fully, sometimes in a half-conscious state that you vaguely remember. Either way, your sleep is fractured at its most restorative stage. This is why so many people who eat sugar before bed report waking up at the same time every night, typically between 2 and 4 in the morning. It is not coincidence. It is cortisol. Number 6, fatty fast food and heavy fried foods. If you have ever eaten a large greasy meal late at night and then struggled to sleep or woken up feeling terrible, this is why. Fat slows gastric emptying dramatically. A high-fat meal consumed close to bedtime means your digestive system is still actively working at full capacity well into the night. Digestion requires blood flow, enzymatic activity, and muscular contractions of the stomach and intestines. None of this is compatible with deep, restorative sleep. Your body cannot be in deep repair mode and full digestion mode simultaneously. Resources are finite. Heavy meals force your body to prioritize digestion, and your sleep quality crashes as a result. Beyond the mechanical issue, fried foods and processed fast food create significant inflammation. Inflammatory markers rise after these meals. Inflammation directly interferes with the quality and depth of sleep. If you must eat late, keep it small, easily digestible, and low in fat. Number 7, tomato-based foods. pasta with marinara, pizza, tomato soup. These seem like reasonable, even wholesome choices, but tomatoes are extremely acidic, and that acidity becomes a serious problem when you lie horizontally. The lower esophageal sphincter, the valve between your esophagus and stomach, relaxes during sleep. When it relaxes and there is acidic, tomato-heavy food in your stomach, reflux happens. Even if you do not feel classic heartburn, silent reflux can cause microarousals throughout the night and significantly disrupt sleep stages without you ever consciously registering what is happening. If you frequently eat tomato-based foods in the evening and wake up with a slightly raw throat, unexplained congestion, or fatigue that seems disproportionate to how long you slept, silent reflux may be the culprit. Shift tomato-heavy meals to lunch and see what changes. Number 8. Brassica vegetables in large quantities. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. We said something earlier that would surprise health-conscious people, and this is it. These vegetables are genuinely excellent for your health. They are anti-inflammatory, rich in fiber, and packed with compounds that support hormone balance and cellular health. Eat them regularly. Just not in large quantities right before bed. The issue is that these vegetables are high in raffinose, a complex sugar that humans cannot digest. Our gut bacteria ferment it, and that fermentation produces significant amounts of gas. Gas production during sleep is uncomfortable, can cause cramping, and disrupts sleep for many people. Eat your cruciferous vegetables at lunch or an early dinner. Give your microbiome time to process them before you lie down. Now, you understand the foods, but understanding is only half of the equation. The other half is what to actually do about it. The most important thing you can do is establish what researchers call a nutritional cutoff window. Aim to finish your last significant meal at least 3 hours before you plan to sleep. This is not about eating less. It is about giving your digestive system enough time to process food before your body needs to shift into repair and restoration mode. If you are genuinely hungry close to bedtime, choose foods that are small, easily digestible, and contain compounds that actually support sleep. A small bowl of tart cherries, which are one of the only natural food sources of melatonin. A few walnuts, which contain both melatonin and magnesium. A small serving of plain whole milk yogurt, which provides calcium and tryptophan without overwhelming your digestive system. These are not magic foods. They are simply choices that work with your biology rather than against it. Also, hydration matters. Mild dehydration impairs sleep quality, but drinking large amounts of fluid right before bed guarantees that you will wake to urinate. Aim to get most of your fluid intake earlier in the day and taper off in the 2 hours before sleep. Your nighttime routine is not just about what happens after you close your eyes. It begins hours earlier, with every choice you make about what you put in your body. The people who sleep best, recover fastest, and feel most energized are not lucky. They have simply learned to work with their biology rather than against it. If this information changed how you think about your evenings, share it with someone who needs it. And if you want to go deeper on the science of sleep, recovery, and what your body actually needs to perform at its best, subscribe and turn on notifications. We release new research-backed content every week, and the next video we have coming will fundamentally change how you think about your morning routine as well. Do not miss it.